So as I was saying, that the fat is divided into two types: the unsaturated fat and the saturated. And the saturated you can find in most animal products. And the unsaturated kind which is a good one. It can be found in plant-based products. So what I recommend is that you would stay from the saturated kind, which, like I said, found in animal product, which is from the thing you eat, the beef and the pork. So I would suggest it's said that it's bad for your body because it raises your cholesterol level in your body. So what cholesterol really is, that it's a waxy substance. So if the level is too high, it can build up in your body and clog your artery. So which is not good. It will lead to cardiovascular disease. So basically, you should want to stay away from the saturated one. So I would suggest you choose the white meat, which include chicken, turkey, or you can go, if you don't like the meat, then you could change to fish. So you don't like fish? Well, I'm not saying that you should change, eat 5 days a week with just fish. You could go with a schedule like 2 days with pork, 2 days with poultry, chicken, turkey, whatever, and the rest you could go with fish, or the other way around. But continue, keep it in balance out your saturated and unsaturated, but mostly stay away from the saturated. The unsaturated found in plant, and instead, I know that we don't, as Vietnamese, we don't use butter, margarine and stuff in our cooking, so we don't have to worry about that. But like you said, that you added cream and sometimes whole milk into your coffee.
Oh yeah.
Those whole dairy products, they contain saturated fat. So what you want to do is go with the,
from now on, only
less
sugar?
Fat.
So iced coffee with sugar? And
you can still add milk, but instead of going with whole milk, you could add skim milk.
Okay.
Instead of adding just whole cream, you could add low fat cream or fat free.
There is low fat.
There is. You'll be surprised how much a variety of healthy food out there that you can choose over. It will taste the same. I mean, at first it won't taste as good as the whole milk and the whole cream, the butter, but taste is something that you learn. Is not something that you were born with. So if you start changing it, then once you go back, then the whole creamy stuff will taste really creamy if you try to control your taste. So
okay.
Sound good?
Yeah.
Also, it seemed like, because you mentioned that the fish sauce is the basic flavoring ingredient in typical Vietnamese dinner, typical Vietnamese cooking. I understand that because I'm also a Vietnamese myself, so I'm kind of I can try to control everything else, but the sodium intake part is kind of I'm kind of struggle with
it myself. Part, and also the snack between meals.
Yeah, sure. But then you can always go with the less sodium soy sauce instead of using fish sauce. And for example, if you usually add out of 10 food, you add 9. Now you could just add fish sauce to 8, and then 7 and 5, and decrease your fish sauce, adding fish sauce into your meal. And also you might want to switch from fish sauce to sodium. Just add a little bit of salt, just a little bit. Or you could go with spices. I know that we don't use spices in our cooking, but hey, it's good to try. And it's also it's healthier than the fish sauce. I mentioned 1 tablespoon of fish sauce contains 1,800 milligrams of sodium, so which is really bad. And also, so keep that in mind. Keep your sodium intake level low. as low as possible. I'm not saying that you should change that all at once, but just gradually
bit by
building
bit.
it up. Yeah, bit by bit. And also your fiber intake. It seems like you don't eat a lot of fruit and vegetable.
Yeah.
So you can find you don't have to. I would recommend that you eat fruit and vegetable more, but you can go with like legume, which include like beans, any type of beans, or you can go with cereal, that like whole grain cereal, or like for example, you eat your bacon, eggs, and cheese in this muffin. You can purchase bread that like in whole grain wheat type of bread, so that will increase your fiber intake. And also one way to incorporate your vegetable or fruit intake into your diet is to like the snack in between meal. You can have like an apple in between breakfast and lunch if you're hungry. That's also increase your portion size. With portion size in your lunch and your dinner. You know what I mean? And just incorporate more snack. Yeah, well, there's a lot of food that you can go with. You don't have to stick with apple or pear. We have Vietnamese people. They have some cultural fruit like mangosteen, mango, guava. See, those type of fruit. It would be good for snack in between meals. You don't have to always go with oranges and apple if you don't like. Well, just keep that in mind. Increase your vegetable and increase your fiber intake. And fiber can be found in fruit and vegetable and those type of things that I just listed.
Okay.
Okay. And also one way to, because you mentioned that you want to lose weight. So one way to do it is not just focusing on what you should eat and what you should not. You should do more exercise or like increase your physical activity, be more physically active. Like for example, instead of having someone drive you from home to the subway or for the bus stop, you can walk, or while you're in school or in somewhere else, you can take the stair instead of the elevator. See, those type of things. And you can and like reduce your amount of sitting on laptop and playing. You can take out an hour or two and do some exercise or some walking, since the weather getting really nice now. See?
Maybe y'all go to the gym.
See? Sure, that's a good idea. Huh? So so basically to summarize what we just talked about, that to maintain a healthy diet and to maintain a healthy diet and to have a successful weight loss, you would want to follow the decrease the intake of fat, carbohydrates, sodium,